Alright, we're gonna start Ultimate Castbar with player UCB, PCB. All of these commands will work. Just make a default profile. Alright. You can drag once his preview. Preview channel. Let's see how non-interruptible cast by default looks like. Timer. Enable, disable, especially if you wanna run default. Okay, general. First things first. Do you want to anchor this or not? You click grab, mouse over. You can go over any element. So let's say we want to anchor it to cooldown manager. You press control and it says essential cooldown viewer. Control A, control C, uncheck anchor, and you paste that. Now you have the drop down. For example, if you want to add a couple different anchors for a specific thing. So let's see. That's anchored right there. There's delays, center. So you, for example, let's just leave it there, but just to, as you can see, let's just do center for now. You have the sliders up and down. That was set to 14. Let's just set it there right now. And then you have view zoom, manual width, height will, now for the custom, you enter, same thing, paste, and the width, height. I would not recommend the height for this exam since the cooldown manager is a lot larger. So I'm gonna go and disable that, for example. We have it there. Now we gotta zero this. Okay. It's gonna be there, and I'm just gonna add a manual height. Right, and that's gonna be there. Channel. Okay. Have your borders. Do you want those? Do you not want those? That's up to you. Show cast. You will remove left or right. You have those options. And that should be it. Unless you want something specific here. Turn off, turn on. Text. You have spell name. That's gonna be right here. Whenever you want to display it. S name. If you want, let's say, play Monk Crackling JWin, you don't want to see that, for example. So let's just go over here. Okay, mobile banking seems like a longer, right? So you go at where it says S name, X. X means how many letters you want display. So let's say 5. If you press enter, okay, that would have applied. Preview cast, mobile. You don't see the rest of mobile banking. Let's delete that. Okay, preview again. You see the full mobile bank. That works the same from player, target, focus. So you have each panel for each one, right? Interrupted by as well. So if you this is the player, but let's say for target or focus, it will be like 5 letters of someone's name. Like interrupted by Craig, not Craig DH hype. Then you have timer. You have same options here. How do you want to see the timers? It's all explained in the blue text. Timer decrease, same options. Cancel. Canceled will show only this, which is, I'm gonna show this right now. One more time. It's gonna be a red Castbar. Just gonna change the color. It works the same player, target, focus, style. This is everybody's personal thing, so you can do whatever you want. If you have shared media, you can have all kinds of textures. So let's see, this is solid. Let's just make this a little faster. Background, let's say I use this normally, and so you won't be able to see it because the background is selected on black. I'll change it to white, and this has applied for this specific one. So there's the red one. Tooltip is gray. So make sure you don't have it black because that will not apply. Borders by default, as you can see, is white. You can go make it black or whatever color. Let's just make it something to pop out. Blue. Thickness, as you can see, applied lives. So it doesn't apply on the icon because the icon, we will have it now. Now you can make your own thickness or something, or you can just sync. So they will share these settings. Color pickers, thickness, example. So let's make that one, or maybe two. Let's do that too. You want to see the top one a little bit different, you move. You want to see the bottom one a little bit different, you move. Transparency, you want to see it, you don't want to see it, right? Just gonna go put it at 1, 0. Okay, it's back to normal. Let's just make it green. That's part of the style. The background here, border, textures, icon texture. All right, color. So this is class color. You have your ombre, which is just changing on its own every so often. Then you have your custom color. You want just one color. Let's say you want a blue, and all your casts is gonna be blue. I personally like gradient. Then you say, let's do this. Now you have this. This can be done also for focus and target. So you can have that. That is for the regular cast, not for the uninterruptible. So let's leave that. I'm gonna go uninterruptible. For player, uninterruptible is basically channel. So let me just go find something to fight. And red will be my fail devastation. Okay. There is an overlay. So that's the one behind. You can disable that or just click or change the alpha. Let's just make it a blue. You can do different texture again, but let's just have the color now. I'm gonna do this. This is the gray for the channel. Because this is kickable, is using the regular background. Okay, that's the difference for channels, right? Somebody can kick this, and now it should show blue for fail devastation. There we go. You don't want it to turn it off. Lots of other stuff for kickable, not kickable, but we're gonna go through this in target focus. Visibility. What does this mean? So as you can see, the Castbar is behind this panel. Is a medium strata. If you don't know what that is, tooltip is gonna show it in front of everything. And we have anything open. Many add-ons set a lot of stratas to medium for these purposes. so it doesn't overlap. I'm gonna change that slider. That's up to you. Other features are gonna be ticks and queue window. That is this little purple thing on the end, pink. You can change the number, change the color, right? A lot of casters, mages, warlocks do use that. But you can click it, change each texture, have specific thickness. As you can see, enable regular Castbar to drain from left to right, right to left. Same for all of them. Mirror, if you have the default Castbar as well. Interrupted effects. How all these color pickers for your empower Castbars. How do you want to see the textures? If you want to enable the cancel the effect, that is your red color. So let's just show one more time. Red. It's gonna be green. You don't like it green, leave it at red, right? Channel cast as well. Empower cast. So you can set your own colors. This is when it's the gray one. Gray normally sets for kicked. Then we have class specific settings. So let's say for Demon Hunter, you click on Demon Hunter. You can still change for other classes while you logged in on this. We click channel spells. Let me scroll this up. And you can find specific things, how you want the thickness. We do have some default of most of the channel spells. They are set to default as 3 ticks. So you select the drop down, Control A, Control C, and when you press OK, it will not add the spell. But then you, once everything's correct, add spell, scroll down, fill devastation 3. I don't want 3 because I know it's 4, for example. I will change that. And that will show 4 ticks each time that cast is channeling. Blacklist is for most casters, especially evokers, don't like this. They don't want to see every cast bar disintegrate. For example, you choose the spell, same thing. Okay. And whenever you're casting this spell, you will never see that cast bar appear. It will not show at all. If you don't want it back, same thing, remove. Sometimes you might need a reload, just to make sure everything applies. Other classes, like I said, I have monk. It's not on this profile, but on the other one, but I do have most of them. Priest, and you do the same thing. That's mostly it for player Castbar. Target does have a little different things. The whole menu that we see on player Castbar is repeated. You can do the exact same thing. Visibility, style, colors. But we're gonna go in a dungeon just to show how that might look like. So let me just, I'm gonna show you how my profile looks. Okay, that's the ticks. For target and focus, they're set to show 3 by default because Blizzard doesn't allow us to get every specific spell. So this is basically set as is. But for player, you can play around with the ticks. But okay, this is my channel. Because it's kickable, it's blue. Cancel, as you can see one more time. See, cancel. Regular cast is still blue because it's kickable. So we're gonna go fight an ad. And now it should be red. Red on both. That's that. not kickable, which also, as you can see, style, it's the same gradient that I've enabled. This is like the basic Castbar, the regular, and this is your uninterruptible. You have a border color. So let's go preview, show uninterruptible. It will have that pink reddish border. I have set if the cast from the target or focus is not interruptible, it's gonna be red. So we can change the color by default, right? The border is basically like the shield that everybody has, but now you have just border. You wanna change that border, thickness of the border, right? Specific which part of the border, right top, left, bottom, right. Border for the icon, as you can see, same thing. So this we're not able to see right now. Show when kick is ready. I now overlay. So we're gonna go in a dungeon and I'm gonna show you what that means. Let's just do this. Okay. There's one. Okay, this is an uninterruptible, red. And this is the kickable. When it's kicked, gray. Now let's get this. Our kick is on cooldown. It's gonna have that overlay. Now when my kick comes back, oop, back. That is the overlay. The overlay can show when your kick is on cooldown. Okay. I kicked on purpose, just so we can see this again. Even though, you see, even though it's interruptible, the interruptible overlay is still showing. That means your kick is not has come back yet. Let's see if we can now show this tick. That was kicking. See, overlay. Cast is interrupt. Quick test for the interruptible ticks. I'm just gonna kick. As you can see, it's background. And in 12 seconds, it's gonna change, having that tick. Hopefully I can time it correctly. 4, 3, 2. Okay, and now at the end, boom, you can see the tick. That was a bad timing, so we're gonna redo this again. And then we go 2, 1. Tick changes right here. Let's do this with channel. We're gonna use our kick. F 10 seconds. So, and it changes. right. Since Evoker has a little bit different menu, you will go in Evoker, and this is in Power Castbars. The color changes. Okay, one more. If this is not to your liking, you can click here, fix all the ticks, as well as the coloring for each stage. So one more time, show you white, green, yellow. Right, so channel spell. The ticks are showing.